Welcome back to GBGuns Armory, where we talk about the stuff that's been out for a minute. This is your chance to give your thoughts and experiences, because these aren't the latest, greatest, brand new thing. This is stuff that's been out for a while. Not too long ago, you guys saw me somewhat poo-poo on Smith & Wesson. Today, we're praising it. This is a Smith & Wesson Shield EZ. This one's in 380, and it is a Performance Center model. And this thing really blew me away when it came out. Still one of my favorite guns, especially in 380. I don't have a 9mm version, so I can't say if they're quite as pleasant. But to go over what's neat about this, so we have a little port in the barrel there. We've got a fiber optic sight. It's locked breech. It's a Browning action. And that is significant because most 380s are commonly direct blowback, because 380 is about the threshold of where blowback is still easy to do and shootable. When you go to lock breech, that's reducing a lot of the recoil that you normally feel in a blowback, and you don't need as strong of a spring. And as a result, you get something that with my pinky finger I can rack, because it's able to have an easier spring. We have a grip safety, which some folks want. It's freaking massive. It's so big that you can't not use it. It's going to be there. And then a manual safety on this particular model. They're available with and without. So you've got easy to operate, easy to rack, easy to defeat the safeties. And then on the mags, they even went a little step further and gave it these little nubs so that you can use your thumb to assist in loading to make it easy to load. It's only a single stack, it's only 8 rounds of 380, but if someone's got issues with hand strength or concerns about that, this gun covers all the bases as far as making things easier to shoot. And then the recoil impulse between it being lock breech and that little port, this is just fun to shoot. It is an absolute joy, and gives people a fairly slim, fairly small size, I can cover it with my hand, carryable gun. It's kind of neat. The trigger, let's see if I can remember this, it's been a while. Take it to a wall, clean break. Reset. Very short. It's actually pretty nice. Now once again, this is the Performance Center, but as I recall, yeah, all of that is because this is actually a hammer-fired gun. So they're able to provide that clean hammer-fired trigger feel, but still have the back end covered up. The hammer rides inside of the slide. There's a big pocket in the back here that lets the hammer travel. Kind of a neat system, very smartly done. It's part of why it looks like it sits so high in the wrist, and so they gotta have room for all that stuff. But very neat gun that I absolutely fell in love with, and it's something that I like to use when introducing new shooters or timid shooters to shooting, because it's almost a 9mm, but between size and ease of operation, this is something that lets you learn easily and comfortably before moving into a bigger gun for the folks who need to do something like that. I'm really curious to hear what your experiences have been with these Shield EZs and what your thoughts are on them. I love it. I mean, anything that helps get more people into shooting, more people exercising their rights, able to defend themselves, and comfortable around the tools that we need to do that, is a win in my book. So thank you, Smith & Wesson, for producing these. I hope more manufacturers do more stuff like it. They've been out for a while. We haven't necessarily seen a lot of others. There's been some kind of dip into that we'll talk to in a future episode. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.